Alright, let's see if we can manage to keep some frames here. Should be somewhat decent in terms of frame rate. Just gotta wait for the game to fully load in, because for some reason my computer just didn't want to launch this. It's also been so long since I've launched this on computer. Honestly, when I first started playing this, I used to play it on computer. By the way, hey guys, how's it going? We're going to be playing some Hearthstone. I'm going to be playing Battlegrounds. So they recently put out an update for this a few days ago, and I've only played like 5 or 6 matches. Actually, a little bit more than that. Maybe a dozen. They added the ability to buy trinkets on turn 6 and turn 9. And they had introduced it, and I had downloaded it and everything, and had only played like 2 matches until I went to go get my hair redone. And then while I was there, I ended up playing like 6 matches or something like that. The first 2 I absolutely destroyed with. Got the brand new character, had no problem getting through the entire thing whatsoever. But with the new trinkets that they've added, they've actually made it so that way you can take bigger risks and actually still have them pay off. And then they made it easier for you to choose what minions you're going to be playing as off the very start of the game. So, of course, it's got to load into everything. Very first time I've launched this on PC in at least a year. So it's going to be a little bit slow on the uptake here, and then frames are just going to keep dropping as it's loading in and stuff like that. So this tends to run pretty well on my phone. Absolutely no problem with it, although I do have like a year-old phone, an Apple, and the fact that it runs stuff really smoothly is about the best you can get. Oh, sweet, we got the new guy. Turn 5, choose the lesser trinket to buy. So they introduced trinkets, which you buy on turn 6 and turn 9. There's a lesser one you get on 6, stronger one you get on 9. And the way that the trinkets end up working, for anybody that's curious, is that it gives you a selection of 4 of them. And those are loosely based off of either what you're running or randoms. So they try to always give you like one that has to do with what you're already running. If you have been trying, like you start off the very beginning of the game and you're like, man, I want to go Murlocs, and you buy a bunch of Murlocs, the chances of you having a trinket that increase your Murlocs actually go up, rather than being like, oh man, beasts are overpowered, because beasts are overpowered. They always are. And you're like, man, I want to go beast. So then you buy this guy right here, but then you end up getting like nothing good out of it. If you buy stuff, it tends to give you trinkets related to what you want. So I'm going to get a trinket on 5 and 6, back to back. And Beast, Elementals, Murlocs, Pirates, Quillbore. Personally, out of these, my favorite's Quillbore, but we're going to go Elementals because I doubt anybody's going to bother playing as them. Most people don't. I'm going to assume more people are going for Quillbore because it's on the uptake right now. Pirates are absolute garbage. They have been for a really long time. I don't think I've ever had the Pirates not be garbage. Even back when you had the Wind Fury dude, and Eliza, just... There are some builds with them that can go really hard, but most of the time you just don't have the damage to properly get them out. My personal favorites are mechs and demons. Work out pretty well for me. The majority of the wins that I get end up being with mechs, since they took out like the Street Sweeper dude and stuff like that, and they started making it about magnetization. Got way better. We're just going to go ahead and take the Tavern tier upgrade just in case, because we might be able to get something other than Elementals going. If I get a really good tier 2 Quillbore, I'll swap over. Or a decent tier 2 beast, although it's not really going to happen too much. The early game beasts being like deal damage to your minions kind of stink until you actually get like the tier 4, tier 5, whatever it is, the like 5/2 that gains health every time you damage a beast. So that would be what we were looking for in order to get beasts. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother playing as them because I never get those ones. But I've gotten pretty lucky recently with the stuff that I've gotten. So since they've updated and had trinkets, I've destroyed somebody using Naga. With Max and Demons. Dragons got a buff recently, but they're not honestly that fantastic right now. You just have to get a really good run on some Syndragosa if you're going to run Dragons. And then the Undead I just find really bland. They did add a couple more of them, but I haven't gotten an Undead run going yet. Funny enough, we probably would have tied if I had actually bought that guy instead of upgrading Tavern. But his whole thing is about waiting to upgrade Tavern until you've bought more. So if he buys another one, he'll basically get to upgrade Tavern for free this turn. We've got 5. We're going to go ahead and take another Elemental. And then we're going to take a Tavern minion tier 1. Please give me an Elemental. No, I didn't, but I gave money. Alright, so I get 7 gold next turn, which means I can buy a minion, refresh, or I can upgrade Tavern, refresh, and buy a tier 1 gold. Or I can refresh it twice after upgrading it. So we'll just see what ends up popping up by default. We'll switch these over here so that way I have highest health on the left. It has a higher chance of surviving its first hit and then not dying and moving forward. So there's a lot of intricacies to this. If you guys are brand new to this, I encourage you guys to actually go watch somebody explain the way that the game works. But I can't get through everything about this. You know, there's 8 people, you face them off, you're limited to 15 damage until you've actually gone through and eliminated 4 people from the rounds. It's just one of those things that there's enough knowledge to it to get started that if you don't just mess around with it or go and look up the information, you're going to be behind on the uptake for how the game actually works. And unfortunately we lost there, but I do think I'm decent for what I've got going right now. George the Fallen gave up already? That's weird. I don't know why you would quit at George the Fallen. I can get quitting early if you don't get like some good stuff really quick, but George the Fallen can make just about anything work. I think I'm going to upgrade this and then just steal one of these. Hopefully him. No, we got a Murloc. Alright, well that's not going to help me because I don't have anything in my hand. So we'll see what we get for a Trinket, and that'll tell me what I'm going to build, whether or not I'm going to be able to stick with Elementals, or if it's going to be better to go for something else. So we got Beast, Elementals, Murlocs, Pirates, Quillbore. Murloc could be decent to go for. If I could get a pretty good Battle Cry, a Murloc would be decent, because they still have in the tier 6 at the end of your turn trigger the Battle Cries of friendly minions, and some of the Elemental Battle Cries are pretty good. I did play as Phelan, who skips his first turn, gets a tier 2, 4, and 6 minion. I played as him twice in a row, and my tier 4 minion was, he's the Lil Rag, the Lava Elemental that gives bonus stats equivalent to the tier of any elemental that you end up playing down. And then on tier 6, I ended up getting a Rock, which is the whenever you play an elemental, you give your elementals +2 or +2 health or attack, and then switches every other turn. And then back when I had the buddies, using that was great, because I had a match where I used that as buddies, and then I had a match where I used that as this guy with the trinkets and stuff like that. So that's fantastic. We got a Battle Cry. Choose a friendly minion, consumes tavern, spellcraft, transform minion to higher tier 2, and after you play an elemental, elements in the tavern have +1 win this game. Yep, so there we go. We got our elemental one. Get a random pirate. No, we're not going to do that. So this one is free because I'm barely running pirates, and there always is one that gets reduced in cost, so that we don't have to really pay attention to it and focus on buying it if you don't want to. So we're going to go ahead and do this Battle Cry here. And then after you play an elemental, elements in the taverns have +1/1. So I just gave +1/3 to all elementals in the tavern for the rest of the game. I didn't get one. We're going to have 8 gold next turn. We could do a 6 and discover. My stats aren't great. I might need more elementals really early. We're at 8. We're going to take a 6 trinket. I'm going to freeze just because I can get an elemental out of using this, and then maybe my trinket will help play into that. If nothing is worthwhile, I can buy this and upgrade my tier at the same time. So if I need a really crap second lesser trinket, we'll do that. Otherwise, this first elemental one is going to be great.
Rule number 1: always have an exit strategy.
So he's going to be buffed up with elementals. He's not got anything built yet, which I'm happy about. Come on, clear some of these guys up. Clear up, clear up. Damn it. I take 2 extra damage. I didn't have to. But that's fine. We're at 27. As long as I stay above 15 and there's more than 4 people in the lobby, we should be okay. Alright, your minions have +2/1. Taverns offer an extra minion with a higher tier whenever refreshed. At the end of every 3 turns, get a goldenizer. Get a random elemental at the start of each turn, get another. Alright, we're going to do random elementals because we have everything about what's going on here. So, and at the end of every 2, we get an elemental. I don't want a duplicate of him, so we're going to target him. Now we have Death Rattle, minions get more at the end. Rule Refresh. We didn't get an elemental. Upgrading the tavern costs less. That could be somewhat useful. I don't think it's going to be. We're going to risk needing to sell our pirate here real quick to get another elemental. We do. We're going to go ahead and take him. I don't think it's going to be worthwhile doing that, but we'll take that. At the end of my 2 turns, I get an elemental. So this guy's not going to help me for this turn, but he'll help me up later. And then we'll just adjust these guys so that way I have highest attack furthest down. This guy's quit, but I think he had a minion. So we're just going to make sure that he's first, because the Fell Blood will give a +1 attack to everything in the lot, in the tavern for the rest of the game. So currently my goal is just to play elementals. I get random elementals. So the higher tavern tier I get, the better chance I'll have of getting a better random elemental, and I'll be able to discover one as well. So I don't think I'm going to discover next time because I need to start buffing up my stats here. So that's just going to be a waste of money. We're going to take the planar telescope, probably refresh, Maybe even twice or 3 times if I need to, and then I can still buy a minion if I manage to get rid of Mercules. If I keep Mercules, it's whenever it kills, yeah. So if I keep Mercules and this guy gives me an elemental at the end of the next turn, if I don't have a reason to get rid of him, this might give it a 2/2 buff in my hand, but that's not going to really matter. The issue with the Planar Telescope is that if I go ahead and discover an elemental, it's not going to have my permanent buffs that I've been giving to everything in the tavern. So if I can go ahead and get this as elementals, buff them, and I can get my hands on the one that gives permanent buffs based off of the tavern spells I play, then I can run tavern spells and that. I don't know if they took out the 3/7 elemental that when it takes damage it gives you a tavern spell. I hope they didn't, because that would be great for this one. We have the battle cries. If I get a tier 6 Murloc, I can put down both of these, and at the end of my turn all minions in the tavern will have increased. I wish I had played that guy first. I should have done that. Whatever, we'll play it. And then just to see if I can get a good tier 5 and possibly stay in this game. I can't be killed on my next turn because we're above 15 health and there's at least 4 people in the game, or at least 5. There's more than that. When another friendly element dies, gain its maximum stats once per combat. That's not a permanent though, that's a combat buff. So after a friendly death rattle, why did I get a beast pirate? Wait. Oh, this is my tier 5, duh. Death Riders triggered an extra time, why not? I'm already running one of them. I'm really not used to seeing all 7 minions on such a large board because I play this on my phone most of the time. Give me an elemental. Landlubber Elemental Tavern. Alright, sure. We're going to grab him real quick. Just because then he's going to have better stats than the majority of my characters anyway. Playing him will give me more buffs to guys in the tavern. I just hope I can get a tier 6 doubling of this guy. Triggering battle cries would be great. Or the I think it's a beast that's triggered the battle cries of adjacent. If I could get that one too, that would be great. So our main thing is we're just going to keep adding additional attack to minions in the tavern, and then when this guy doubles that, we're going to have +4, and then every time we throw down a minion will be good. So just being able to cycle minions faster would be better. Start of combat, give your other pirates death roll, summon a 1/1 pirate attacks immediately. Oh, that's actually pretty decent. Because then you can have just about any pirates and they'll play off of Eliza. The issue that I have with pirates, and it's an issue that they've always had, is that they're out of combat stat buffs suck. And it works kind of the same way that demons used to, where you have to have like 1 or 2 specific ones in order to be able to even have a build relating to what you want out of this, so it sucks. He doesn't get a kill, cool. That's gone. Okay, that was a decent kill. It didn't die, so it didn't pass poison on. Neither did that one. Now there's poison available. And I did terribly with that. That sucks. 13 damage. We can lose one more fight, but it's iffy. I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna be able to start getting my stat buffs now.
Or waste your breath.
Give a friendly maneuver each time. Well, we got a couple of demons. That one's a pirate. Let's see what we've got in here. So we've got beasts that I can't change. No point in those. Death Router. Trigger the battle cry of an adjacent minion. That would be fantastic. I'm going to take that just because... Wait, is it every minion in the tavern? Elemental's in the tavern. Why are these guys so buffed? Anyway, let's go ahead and start dealing with that. I think I'm going to get rid of this guy. We're going to go ahead and get this guy. Sell it. Get another one. I need this just in case. It's not going to get another buff from the other stuff that I'm doing, but we're going to go ahead and sell this. Start rotating some stuff around. They also reduced the total timer that you have available. It used to be up at like 2 minutes, and then they brought it back down when they added more trinkets and stuff like that. So now we got a tier 3. See if we get another good tier 5. Now as I play more, he's going to be buffing more, which would be great. Attacks and sets. That's good. We'll do this taunt real quick. Don't worry about that. We're going to do... That affects all of them. I could stop with the death rattles, though, and just go for these battle cries. Could be more worth it, because having the death rattles and the battle cries is just going to be double dipping too much, and this one is also that death rattle. So I think we're going to go with getting rid of nothing yet. Actually, we will. We'll do this one, because this one triggers the battle cries. I don't have another battle cry aside from this one, but we can double up on the taunts over here. And then he's got double death rattle. So that's going to double this one. And then when I get this one, it'll double it again. So this is going to be a good fight right here. That'll be fantastic. So I know I win that one. Unfortunately, I am going to end up taking that guy dead. So as long as this doesn't get focused by that guy, I think I'm pretty much good no matter what. His bonus is that whenever he has a Quillboar die, he gets a blood gem. I had a problem with this one because I played a round where too many people died really early. And my Quillboar were already so buffed that I couldn't get proper buffs on my Quillboar. Or couldn't get them killed in combat. So this was almost worthless because they just wouldn't die. And then I started facing off against the guys that still had armor really late game. And I just couldn't fight them because my trinket had done nothing for me. I got like no extra blood gems from it the entire time.
Stay vigilant.
Okay, so I think we're going to go through trying to cycle through elemental. Start combat to give 2 elemental death rather summon a flourishing frostling. 2-1 for each. Ooh. Start of combat. 2 of them get that. So that's the equivalent of 2 extra ones. And it's the number. I'm just going to take that one. Just because that's going to be so useful. Alright, and then we need total elementals played, so we're going to take this. We're going to go ahead and get rid of all of the tavern spell stuff. This one's really nice. I want to keep it. We're going to get rid of the molten. Now we play that. We get the permanent buffs and everything like that. We've got a little rag. We're going to be cycling out. Oh, sweet. We'll just take this. Alright, now I need something else with a good battle cry. Come on, give me tier 5 that has a good battle cry. No battle cries. Oof. I suppose we're double death rattles, so we might as well just go ahead and take this guy. I could sell off some stuff. Lil Rag would be fantastic, but then I'd have to stop doing my double death rattles. It's triggering the battle cries. I'm going to go ahead and cycle out the Lil Rag just in the off chance I find something good. No, I'm not going to. I think this might be it. We're facing a Chen Vala, and if he's got proper elementals and he's been cycling them out, I'm screwed. I just don't have the stats for this. I didn't get anything good enough to be able to play off of it, so I may just go ahead and have to die. Although the additional 2 elementals, summon a flourishing frostling, they might have some decent stats on them. So on the bright side, I will insta-kill that guy. Unfortunately, I attacked that thing instead. Alright, so I'm not dead there, but it will kill his. That's great. That's stats I need. Trigger battle cry would be decent. Good, that one's dead. Actually, we are splitting this damage perfectly. I actually won this. That's amazing. And my death rattle's triggered twice, so those guys are all good to go. I just need to get taunts on all my elementals, and as long as I have the doubles, I get to summon 4 of those guys per combat. That worked way better than it should have.
But you must remain relentless, Commander.
I will be remaining relentless. Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, we're getting rid of these guys. Random 1, double death rattle. Not that one, we got that one. Oh, another Elemental. We'll just go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, I should be refreshing this every single time I sell one of these guys, or put one of these guys out here. Alright, so we've got the choice of another Death Rattle or we do another Battle Cry. Well, I guess which one we're gonna do, huh? We're gonna do the Battle Cry one. This guy's not gonna matter. I should have refreshed before I did that, that's fine. We've got another Elemental right here. Fortunately, he's not actually decently buffed. So do that one. I'm actually going to take him just because he'll be something to throw down in case I don't get anything good.
Better to hire
And I don't need that. The issue is this guy's actually doing somewhat good work for me right now. I'm going to go to tier 5, take the risk, and hope that I manage to get something good out of this. Death Rattle for the rest of this combat. If you summon a power, give it a +4 attack. No. Alright, we're going to see if we can get this elemental. No, we don't need to sell this elemental. Sell this elemental twice. No, we don't need to. And refresh one more time. Total waste of money. And we're good to go. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and... I kind of want this elemental down. It's not going to help me that much. This one is going to cycle them out either way. Meaning the tavern had +2 health. I'm just going to do this because this will be with the double death rattle, this is going to be a +8 and +12. So everything, when this guy dies, I have a +12 to everything for the rest of the game. The issue is if I add taunt to the rest of these guys, it's going to be a problem. So the hope is that this guy can't die on the first hit. So if they have the death rattle, that's okay. I need to try to hope that this one ends up having the trigger of both of these, and that there's enough space for my other elemental dudes from my large trinket to actually get triggered and hopefully spawn 4 of them, because they'll have just gained a ton of stats for the number of elementals I just played and sold.
Not draw the jailer's eye.
The question is, am I just going to get insta-killed? No. That's good. So you now have no stats. I trigger the 12. This guy's got it, and this guy's got it. So these two need to give space for the guys that are about to be spawned. So he spawns in 2. Perfect. He doesn't get to spawn in 2, but he does spawn in 1. And we won. Okay. Yeah, this trinket has helped me out tremendously. These guys are tier 5 now. That's awesome. There are very few cards that allow you to summon additional ones in combat. Okay, so I've got another one of those. I've won. I'm going to take this because that's massive stats. I'm going to take this for extra gold next turn. We don't need any of this crap. I assume, like, it would be worth to take that because I assume I have to win every fight at this point. The 8-3 is really good. If it's on a Divine Shield like it just was, it works fantastically. Let's give... We should give Taunt to another one of these guys. I'm frozen. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's the internet. There we go. Alright, I'm going to give Taunt to this guy. And then I think I'm just going to give it a +4/2 for every element. I need to get rid of it. I can't do it. I gotta deal with this. Alright, that's a free refresh. Get my elemental, get rid of it. Water droplet. Throw that down. We're going to sell it obviously right away. It's not worth it. Not worth keeping around. This one could be worth keeping. We'll refresh and see if there's anything worth buying. Yeah, I don't have any decent battle cries. We'll refresh it just to see if it's worth selling this one to try to get something better. No, it's not. So we're just going to take this and wait. So I'll refresh until I see like a couple more tier 5s or tier 4s or something like that, and then throw it in there. This is actually a really good start for this one. So I think what I'm going to do is... No, I'll just leave it like this. Could grab that one. We'll freeze that and buy that. Because we can buy it, refresh, throw this down, see if I can get some decent tier 5 or tier 6 minions. And then obviously I have double death rattle, so it's going to trigger both of them twice. So hopefully he doesn't have Divine Shield on whatever I hit first. That way I can take the stats down on 2. Because if this one turns a minion's stats to 3/3 and it doesn't kill it, then this one's going to attack the same, has a chance to attack the same one and also try to set its stats to 3/3, which would be worthless. So hopefully no Divine Shield on it, wherever it is. It's taking my computer a second to calculate everything. Alright, looks like we're good. Alright, so he's got one of them. That's fine because he's not going to die. And then I get rid of that one. Alright, what is your minion? It's crap. For some reason, his minions don't have very good stats in his hand. But I just got off my +12 for the rest of the game, so no complaints there. And we have off those ones. Alrighty. We're looking good. And cool. I at least took him down to the point where he can be killed in 1 turn. More armor and more money. Thank you. I need that elemental. Okay. I'm going to refresh just to see if I can get 2 tier 5 minions in here at once. 3 tier 5 minions in here at once. Alright, give me a good tier 6. I need an elemental. Give me a rock. Come on. Damn it. Start of combat, give you and your opponents 3 leftmost minions Divine Shield. After you buy a minion gauge, stats equal to its tier. After you buy a Murloc, give a friendly Murloc and a minion in your hand +6/6. Nah. Nope. We're just going to refresh real quick. Need to see if I can get a hold of something else. I don't need Taunt on anything else. No, that one's... I'm glancing at all of the ones that are new because I have to internalize, like, these ones exist. I have to be ready to use them when it's possible. Discover a Battlecry minion. New. Another friendly animal that I gain maximum stats for combat. It's just a matter of, like, which one is going to end up dying and helping me. The cycling of elementals is not happening right now, and I need it to. I don't need this guy, so I just need to get rid of him real quick. We need to give myself some free refreshes so I can possibly get a battle elemental in here. If I can find another one of these guys, that'd be fantastic. Alright, well there we go. There's another battle cry. Although he's not going to be all that useful. I am going to take him though. Because I throw him down. And now I have stats for everything improved again. Now I take this guy. I don't necessarily need him, but we'll throw him down anyway. I forgot to refresh before I threw him. Alright, and then we have a 3680 on that one, so it could be good to pick up this guy real quick. Buying some of these guys out of the tavern would be amazing. Alright, I'm going to freeze it because I want that 3680. It's good stats on a minion that already reduces the stats of other minions, so having that one instead of like this Living Azerite. So I'll take that one, see if I can get anything else good, or possibly even a better tavern spell. Let's see what we can do with it. So I'm pretty sure I'm good to go on this fight. Hopefully I do lose this guy, because then I get the plus 12 to everything in the tavern.
Rule number 1. Always have an exit strategy.
Okay, he can't over damage. Come on. Nice. Perfect. Alright, I got my death rattles off. He got a rock before he died. It wasn't me that killed him, so that makes perfect sense. For each one you've played, yeah, unfortunately that's not each one you summoned. Otherwise, these guys would be perpetuating their own stat increases. Because if it was every time they summoned, it would count during combat too. Unfortunately, when I play, it only counts when I'm moving it from my hand to my board. So we're going to pick up this guy here real quick. Nope, that's weird. Alright, I'm not even going to bother trying to find that with him. We're going to take down this guy. It's going to give me a refresh. We got a Lil Rag. Lil Rag could be decent, except I would have to cycle out a different other one. I could just say, screw it, I don't need the triggering the battle cries anymore, and just try to start playing for stats. I think that's the play. I could keep the death rattle just because. But let's see about this. So we'll stick this one down. We'll refresh. See what we can get out of it. I should have played Lil Rag first. That's fine. We'll play Lil Rag now. So now we got Lil Rag out. We're going to refresh again. We do it for free. We take this one. I'm actually going to buy this. Refresh again. I don't need more death rattles, and I don't need him gaining stats from my Lil Rag, so I'm getting rid of him. Do one more refresh here real quick. I'll take this guy. He's pretty useful. Got a 3894. That's crap, but it's going to give me a free refresh, so I'm going to sell off the Battlecry one, give me my refresh. I'm going to take the randomized one. No, it's not worth it. I want one from the tavern. Alright, we're going to play a refresh, and hopefully we get an elemental that has some good stats on it. Preferably here. No, we don't get it. Alright, well, that was garbage. On the right side, I have another one of these. Fantastic. Alright, that's not going to help me too much, and I do actually want to keep this the way that it is. However, I could... No, it's not going to be worth it. I'm just going to play this one. We'll have to find myself another one of these guys. So I don't have double death rattle anymore, but I do summon out 2 of these guys still in combat either way. So this will reset a stat, this will reset a stat, this will do a ton of damage, this will do a ton of damage. We should swap these out so that way the damage is farthest left. Like this. Yeah, he actually has some of the least amount of health. But if I can find another one of these and another one of these, will be insane for the number of stats that I have on them. Unfortunately, poison. Murlocs. So I'm fucked. I don't survive this. It's not going to be possible. Luckily, that one died right away. The only chance is if I had more golden ones of these guys. And they didn't even attack the right ones. So... What have you got? What does it summon out? Gross. Gross. Yeah, I'm dead. I don't even have my death rattles anymore. So, yep, that's the end of the game. Thanks for joining me. And that's how you lose at Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Somebody gets just really lucky tier 6s, but we technically got a W out of it because there's no way with how random it is and how insane some of the synergies are currently that you can expect to actually get a decent win most of the time. Even if you play perfectly, somebody else could just have something that worked out just a little bit better, and there's almost no comparison of like being able to take out each other's minions and then come back and restart and stuff like that. It doesn't happen that often. I've had it happen like once, where you lost to somebody and then we were able to come back and win it since they introduced the trinkets, because the trinkets are just ridiculous. Anyway, if you guys happen to want me to do some more epic rambling while doing some Battlegrounds and trying to explain it way too fast and actually maybe get some wins out of it, let me know. It's been a long time since I played, and I'll see you guys next time, hopefully.